Joining me now is senior writer in foreign policy and national security for the Washington Free Beacon, Adam Kredo. Adam, hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
It's good to see you again. All right, Adam, let's talk about this. It's a little bit complicated, but if it is, in fact, if we can follow the money back here, this could be quite the story, because essentially we suspect that a portion of the $1.7 billion that Obama gave to Iran, and that $1.7 billion, of course, can be broken into two separate factions. The initial $400 million and then the $1.3 billion. It's possible that a portion of this was actually given to the Houthi rebels.
Look, it's entirely possible. Iran has said themselves they've actually been more forthright about the terms of this deal than our own government. And they've been very forward about the fact that they've put most of this money towards their military budget. That mainly means the IRGC, Iran's elite Revolutionary Guard Corps. They control the military within the country, and they also fund activities outside of the country. That's Iran's action in Syria, Iran's action, of course, in Yemen and elsewhere across the world. So when you give them liquid cash assets, I'll remind everybody again, this was cash. These were pallets of cash, European banknotes and otherwise. Iran has the ability to put this money absolutely anywhere they want to, and that seems to be what they've done here.
Right, and if President Obama gave this cash to Iran, like you said, untraceable, unfreezable cash to Iran, and it was taxpayer funds that were spent to fund our own Navy through giving it to Iran, Iran giving it to the Houthi rebels, and the Houthi rebels attacking the U.S. warship. Adam, if we can't track the cash here, how can this be proven?
Well, look, it's very difficult to establish that this exact money might have gone to that, but I think it's fair to say that the connection is clear. Since the nuclear deal was signed and implemented, Iran not just only got this $1.7 billion in cash, that's $400 million that was technically theirs, and another $1.3 billion on top that came from a taxpayer fund. They've also gotten a significant rollback in economic sanctions. So what does this mean? This means Iran's oil market rebounds, its economy rebounds. Money is once again coming into the country, and Iran is now a partner in the international finance system. This gives them greater leverage to bring even more money in than they had before, and I can promise you a large portion of this is being spent on the military and operations outside of the country. Iran just today was running air drills. They've certainly not dampened not just their hostile rhetoric towards Israel, America, but they're doing it in action too, in terms of their warships, in terms of the missiles, its ballistic missile program. All of these things are up and running.
Right, and this isn't just conjecture. If I'm not mistaken, there's been increased military activity directly correlated almost to the day that Iran received this money from the United States.
Precisely. Iran has been doing this actually for quite some time, but it seems to be getting more attention now. That is an uptick in ballistic missile operations. That's research and development. That also includes things like its space program, which is a cover, we all know, for an intercontinental ballistic missile system that's capable of carrying a nuclear warhead effectively anywhere across the world, whether it be Israel or the United States. All of this is traceable, and I've been tracking it for some time, and I've seen the uptick over the months, and honestly, today even in the Iranian press. And I mentioned here also that they're tying this directly towards the nuclear deal. While on one hand accusing the U.S. of not upholding their end of the bargain, they're certainly spending this money on nefarious activities.
Right. It takes one to know one, if you will. Adam, we're out of time, so quickly, if you would, answer this question. Now, there are documents within our government that would help they're the negotiation documents, essentially. They would give us the details of what exactly went down between Iran and the United States in regards to the terms of this deal, but they're hidden right now. They're not classified, but they're housed in a secure facility. And even U.S. congressmen and senators can't take any notes on these documents. They can't take photos. They can't talk about them in a certain sense. Is there any way that we can have access to them?
Well, certainly the public can't. You need clearance, classified clearance to view them. That includes member of Congress, but also staffers on the Hill that would like to view these documents cannot. And at the end of the day, no, I don't see any real way to get access towards these unless the administration makes a clear move to provide the American public. And they've not been forthcoming along these lines, to be quite honest with you.
No, I think that would be a little bit too much to expect coming from President Obama and Hillary Clinton, who helped craft talking points for this deal, by the way. Adam, we're out of time, but thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. All right, guys, what do you think? Let us know, as usual, on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. Meantime, we'll be right back.